but I really, when I left practice, the part I missed the most was the the University of Minnesota School of Medicine. All I was involved with there. We had we had people in to do ATLS labs with uh, uh, advanced trauma life support. Uh, we had labs in those days. We could use hogs and we could use uh, cats and pigs for doing surgical procedures to let these docs do. I was probably one of the first ones to spay a dog with the uh, where you go in through uh,
The laparoscope?
laparoscope.
Yeah.
I was probably one of the first ones to spay a dog with a laparoscope. That's when the company reps used to come in and show you how to use them. Well, he'd show us what to do, and they'd look at these doctors and say, "Who wants to try it?" And nobody raised their hand. Me, I'll try it. And so uh, that was part of it, and that then went on to there is a certification process with TLS, trauma life support, advanced trauma life support, and whatever that goes along with this program. And I sat through the whole thing because I had to know what was going on. So I certified myself and my my vet tech, my head vet tech, took the course together, and we actually went down to Minneapolis and took the test, the same test that all the ATLS people take in the state, and we both passed with flying colors. We were the only two in the veterinary field there that came out of that course with certificates for ATLS. This also included helicopter medicine, and we taught them how to intubate cats, how to intubate dogs, how to IV, everything, while they're in a helicopter. Well, we taught them how to intubate cats, and in those days we were using a little bit of xylocaine to do the rhinoglottis to kind of deaden, so you could get that tube in. Well, one of the nurses says, we don't have time for that if we're in a helicopter and somebody occludes. And she said, we generally don't like to do a tracheostomy or a tracheostomy. She said, can you show us how to do it without the xylocaine? Well, I did. I had, if you watch the cat, that rhinoglottis, when he breathes, opens up for a very short moment. And I put a kind of a solid straw in the tube. And then I said, okay, now hold that down. And when he opens up, you have it ready right at the. And I said, when that opens up, you stick it in there. And I had three nurses trained in no time at all. Well, I got a card from one of the nurses about 6 months later, and she told me, she said, I just want to let you know that you saved the life of a 5-year-old boy. And she said, call me. That's all. Well, I'm I'm dialing right away. Uh, this was before we had, and she said that they were on a call from International Falls to Duluth with a young man that had some pneumonia problems and whatever. And she said they got halfway between the falls and Hibbing, and he occluded. And she said I had to tube him in the helicopter. And she said I'm standing there, and she said the helicopter's moving and everything. She said, but I held that laryngoscope, and she said I saw that glottis open up, and she said, "Bam!" And she said we saved his life. They landed in Hibbing,